My name is Ben Taylor and today I'm going to be working on my HRC scholarship piece for the competition. What I'm going to be working on is a red snapper ravioli with a lime tequila chili cream with king prawns on it. As you can see from the kitchen that I'm in today, it's quite empty as my parents recently moved over from China to Vietnam, so I don't really have much stuff here as the shipment hasn't arrived yet. The idea behind my dish is after the last 5 to 6 years of my life growing up in Asia, my taste buds have come over with a Western upbringing, but then also immigrated into liking the Asian foods. So now I like a mix between Asian and Western food. So the idea behind my dish is I've got the pasta, which is quite Western and Italian, and then I've got the chilies, which brings in the Asian fusion to it. I know that you guys will like my dish. So today I'm going to start with making my pasta dough, and then I'm going to prepare my sauce whilst my pasta dough is chilling in the fridge for half an hour, and then I'm going to get on to making the red snapper ravioli, finished off with the lime tequila chili sauce cream. So now I'm going to be putting my dough in the fridge for about half an hour to give it some time to set and more elasticity. While I'm waiting for that to set, I'll be preparing my lime tequila cream sauce. Okay? Just preparing my sauce by chopping coriander, which is going to be finely chopped into the sauce that I'm making. Okay, so before I juice my fresh limes for my sauce, I'm just going to save some of the zest on it so I can put it in with my red snapper for when I'm cooking the pasta. So now that my sauce is prepared, I'm just going to heat a pan up so I can cook my red snapper a little bit, and then I'm going to get on to making the raviolis. So this is my red snapper that I'm going to be using in my ravioli today, which I've sourced locally from the fishmongers in Tao Dien, in Vietnam obviously. Nice and fresh that I bought this morning, and I'm now going to just heat it up through the pan. Let's just get it. So now that I've just placed my snapper in the pan, of course you'll be cooking it skin side down, and remember to season it. Depending on the size of the one that I'll be cooking, as I have a small piece of red snapper and I have about a big piece of red snapper. It takes about 3 minutes per side to give it a nice crispy. I don't even cook all the way through. I'm going to give it about 3 or 4 minutes on each side and then take it off to cool down while I'm rolling my raviolis, and then I'm going to put it inside. So as you can see, I've just flipped my red snapper, and now I'm just going to add some lime zest to it to give it some extra flavour. So actually this was quite a large fillet. To what I said earlier, I said it was going to take around 3 minutes on either side. This was actually taken about 5 minutes to get nicely cooked the whole way through and nice and flaky and translucent. So now I'm going to put it on the side for it to cool down whilst I roll my raviolis out, and then we're going to make some magic happen. So now that I've rolled it out to a thin consistency, like the whole way around, I'm going to flour it up in the middle and fold it over and re-roll again. And I'm going to do this several times until I get the consistency and thinness that I want the whole way through. So now that my ravioli, my pasta dough is all nicely rolled out nice and thin, due to my limited supplies, I'm just going to use my rolling pin as my straight edge to straighten it up, give myself a nice square even shape, and then I'm going to cut my raviolis out of that. And I have a plastic plate, a plate here that I will put my raviolis on with a wet towel once they're cut and put into shape, so I can cook them all at the same time for about 3 minutes. Let's go. Okay, so now that I've cut my pasta down to the size that I want, so I can start making my ravioli, I've already cut down my red snapper to the sizes that I want, so I can just place, and fold it over, and then cut it. Due to lack of supplies at the moment in my parents' house, I don't have a little brush. So with my egg wash, when I'm folding it over, I'm just going to be using a fork and my nice clean fingers. So let's get started before the pasta dries out. Very delicate work. Alright, so now I'm going to pan fry my prawns, and I'm going to put them in some tin foil to keep them warm. And I'm going to keep the juices inside the pan for to help for the stock of my sauce. that it's going to later go over the top of the ravioli. So let's get started. Okay, so now I've got my pan of salted boiling water ready for my ravioli, and they're going to cook for about, I'm going to say about 2.5 minutes, okay? And then, but before I do that, I'm going to put my pan on heat, so onto a high heat, and then I'm going to pour my sauce in, and I'm going to let it reduce to half, and then I'm going to add the thick cream into it, and I'm going to stir it and let it simmer for about 3 minutes. Okay, let's go. Smell those juices, eh? Okay, so now it's reduced by half. I'm going to add in my heavy cream and I'm going to stir it in and I'm going to let it simmer for 3 minutes. Whilst that's done, I'm going to put my pasta in and then I'm going to add the butter in and I'm going to whisk that in, okay? Okay, so now that it's been about 1 minute since my cream's been in, it's got about 2 more minutes to go, and then I'm going to be whisking in the butter. So now it's time for me to add the ravioli into the hot water. Okay, so now that my ravioli is cooked, I'm going to take it out of the hot water. I'm going to put it on this plate on the side here, and that's just going to help me drain some of the water off it. And I'm going to plate it, and I'm going to add my prawns on, and I'm going to put the sauce on, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, as you can see, now it's the finished product. It's a red snapper ravioli with a lime tequila, chili cream, garnished off with some chili prawns.